Hi everyone, my name is Kuldeep. I'm a software developer. Recently, I have completed my Agile project in which I played a leading role as a project manager. My project is focused on revolutionizing travel for savvy business travelers in the aeronautical industry. My team is responsible for implementing and developing cutting edge business solutions for a regional Victoria airline. Today, I'm excited to share with you the project details as it is not only highlighting my project skills but also has the great potential to impact future software developments. Thank you for joining me and let's begin. First, we talk about what's the Agile and why companies are adopting it and benefits of Agile. Firstly, what is Agile? Agile project management is a modern approach to project management that emphasizes flexibility, collaboration. Agile project management is a modern approach to project management that emphasizes flexibility, collaboration, and incremental progress. Unlike traditional projects like project management systems like waterfall project management system, which relies on detailed planning and strict control. Agile is more adaptable to change and increase ongoing feedback adjustments as compared to those traditional management systems. Companies are adopting Agile project management because it allows them to be more responsive to changing market conditions, customer needs, and technological advances. By breaking projects down into small manageable tasks and focusing on delivering values in short sprints, companies can be more agile in responding to feedback and making adjustments as needed. Some benefits of agile project management include faster time to market, improved team collaboration and communication. We talk about planning process, which is systematic approach to setting goals, defining strategies, and creating a roadmap to achieve those goals within a specific time frame. It involves a series of steps to analyze the current situation, identify opportunities and challenges, and develop a plan to address. Firstly, I want you to meet my seven project team members who have business knowledge, technology knowledge, and domain experience. In pre-planning, we discuss agenda and time schedule, set stakeholders expectations. Next is to understand the context of the project. For that, first we have to set the vision of the Sky Searcher project, which is to transform aeronaut industries into a boutique airline that caters to the needs of discerning business travelers by offering a full suite of online options, loyalty perks, and valuable membership offerings. We use an elevator pitch to set our project's vision. So here we set vision, you can see in the slide. And the goal is capturing 75% of regional air bookings made in each financial quarter. Stakeholders are involved in setting the objectives and goals of the project, prioritizing the requirements. After setting team vision goals, we identify stakeholders, establish a communication plan. Our stakeholders are in four categories: leading stakeholders, supporting stakeholders, neutral stakeholders, and unaware stakeholders. Then we categorize stakeholders according to their interest and influence on business. In high interest and high influence category, there are leading stakeholders who are actively involved in promoting and driving the implementation of the program. There are high interest, low influence category. In this group, supporting stakeholders are not directly involved in driving the program but are supportive of it and do provide sources assistance. High influence and low interest group. In this group, neutral stakeholders are kept faith with that they are not actively involved in the program, have limited interest or impact on its success or failure. Last is low influence, low interest group. In this group, unaware stakeholders who are unaware of the program and its potential impact on them. For example, travelers who haven't used our service yet, and we need to send them out monthly updates to get them increased to join the membership. The next is generate stakeholders communication plan, which is focused on ensuring that all stakeholders are informed, engaged, and supportive of the Sky Searcher program. We communicate regularly, seek feedback, and use this information to make improvements and ensure that our stakeholders remain satisfied and engaged. Next, we're going to talk about rate analysis, which represents risks, assumptions, issues, and dependencies. Risks are events, if they occur, could have adverse effects on the project. The assumptions are the elements of the project that we assume are in place and that will contribute to the project's success. Issues are immediate concerns that need action by the project team to ensure project success. Dependencies are the success of program depends on the company's ability to attract and retain business travelers. Next is product solution. After gaining some context, we need to give attention to what a solution depends on and what it could look like. We will need to understand the business which providing the solution, the user of the system we are creating, and how that system will solve the problem. To achieve these goals, we have established team roles and goals, create personas, and user tasks. Next step is estimation and planning. Assign each user story a story point value based on its complexity, effort required. Fibonacci numbers are used for the story points. And in the next steps, when we're creating a release plan, then we would need of these prioritized user stories. Now, first we talk about user stories, which are written using an invest principle, using empathy mapping, and the format you can see in the slide. Empathy mapping is a tool that helps to identify who are target customers, what are their current needs, goals, and pains and points. Where invest stands for independent, where user stories are independent to each other. Negotiable, user stories should be negotiable and flexible, open to negotiation. Valuable, user stories should deliver values to the customer. Estimable means and small enough to be completed in one iteration. Testable, user stories should be testable and have acceptance criteria to determine if the user story is complete. Then for calculating team's performance, we have to calculate estimation team's capacity, which is 120 hours per week. Here you can see, and total project budget is 200. Now if we wrap up, see here we have set so far clear company overview, business strategy, organization goals and objectives, and created user stories that focus on providing and including online booking, self-check-in, comfortable launch facilities, and loyalty-based discounts instill stakeholders' confidence. After successful inception, we get useful outcomes like all the artifacts which is necessary to get started, identified and prioritized a list of features that will deliver the most business value, created a shared vision of the solution, jointly produce the system requirements, a realistic, achievable plan for an early release of business value. And planning tools, so far we use elevator pitch, stakeholder communication plan, stakeholder influence, rate analysis, user stories, investment teams capacity. Values, we are delivering our innovation rate where we focus on projects that gets new ideas. Customer satisfaction, customer uses and intent. We focus on determining how to improve uses and increase future engagements. Customer retention, if customers are stopped migrating to our service, then we find and resolve issues. To implement all, first we work in iterations. When the user stories have been mapped in release plan, we need to break the features down further into manageable time box units of work called iterations or sprints. We divided into two iterations with the average 16 story points here in each. Each iteration length is 2 weeks. To get team agree on it, we do stand-up meetings, iteration planning, follow iteration review process. We prioritize work using effort and impact methods. After all, we do backlog refinement. We will be regularly reviewing and prioritizing the backlog. Next is plan, do, check, act method for delivering value to customer, which is first is method for finding continuous improvement through the life of the project. It is implemented during the develop and deploy stages. For reporting and measuring, we have used Agile Project Management tool Jira, project board, a dashboard to get overall project status, which is communicated to stakeholders. A cumulative flow diagram is an area graph that shows the amount of work in each stage of the project process. The progress or iteration report is showing the project is in yellow state, which serves as a warning signal that the project needs some adjustments and interventions to get back on track and avoid further escalation. If a task is taking longer than expected, the team can hold a retrospective meeting to identify the root cause and take corrective actions. We use metrics such as story completion ratio to track our process improvements over time. We use Net Promoter Score for a story given year and gather data for this by an email survey. We can forecast when we will complete the remaining work in the backlog that can be predicted by velocity. If a team member consistently fails to complete their work on time or produces low quality work, then we use burn down chart to identify the issue and take corrective actions. This is the project details. Thanks for your time. Thank you.